In this session, you'll learn the dangers of cold water immersion and how to improve your chances of survival.
You'll learn about 3 critical stages: cold shock response, incapacitation, and immersion hypothermia.
You'll learn that even if you become unconscious, survival is possible if you're wearing a life jacket.
A positive mental state also can improve your chances. You'll learn to prioritize actions and get out of the water quickly, or when to swim to shore.
Or if you're unable to do so, how to make best use of the hour or more of useful consciousness. You'll learn valuable tips such as use the heat, escape, lessening position, help if you're alone, or huddle together if you're with others.
Regardless of swimming ability or boating experience, wearing a life jacket is a sign of wisdom, not weakness, and your best defense against cold water immersion.
What problems are we trying to avoid? Not checking the water temperature before departing. Water will cool your core body faster than air at the same temperature.
Not wearing a life jacket, putting you at higher risks for drowning and never being recovered. Many die long before they become hypothermic.
Not carrying emergency communication and distress signaling devices on your person.
Nobody can control their breathing upon cold water immersion. We all gasp and hyperventilate, regardless of how prepared or skilled you are.
Failure to focus on floating first. Not lying on your back, regaining breath control, and resisting the temptation to fight the water.
Not realizing you may have an hour or more of useful consciousness and making the best use of that time.
Failure to receive professional medical attention promptly if you do experience hypothermia.
So, how do we do it right?
Check the water temperature before departing.
Always wear a life jacket in an open boat or on an open deck. Trying to put on your life jacket in the water when fully clothed is extremely difficult, and if there are other passengers struggling, it will be hard to assist them.
If your boat capsizes, stay with it. Try to remain on top of it and keep yourself out of the water.
But if you do fall in, expect gasping, hyperventilation, and increased heart rate to occur. Resist the temptation to fight the water. Instead, float first on your back to conserve energy and reduce heart stress. Wait to regain breath control.
Within 10 minutes, you'll experience cooling of arms and legs, reduced sensation and function. Prioritize and perform the most essential tasks first. Deploy emergency communication and distress signaling devices.
Without a life jacket, these actions may be impossible, leading to a higher risk of drowning.
Try to climb out of the water onto a capsized boat, raft, or any large floating object, even if the air feels cooler. This will make you more visible to rescuers.
You may need to swim to shore to escape the cold water, but only if wearing a life jacket and the shore is reasonably accessible. Use a modified backstroke. Maintain a positive mental outlook. Continue your self-rescue plan and never give up.
If you cannot get out of the water after about 30 minutes, expect core temperature to start to drop. Focus on slowing body core heat loss, especially from the armpits and groin area, to extend your endurance. Depending on factors contributing to your timeline for cold water survival, you may have an hour or more of useful consciousness.
The heat escape lessening position help may be appropriate if you must remain in the water. Hold your knees to your chest to protect your trunk from heat loss, and clasp your arms around your calves.
If there are others with you, huddle together, wrapping your arms and legs around one another to conserve core body heat. Wearing a life jacket will help save energy by minimizing motion needed to keep afloat and by helping insulate the body.
But be aware that some life jacket designs may not sustain the help position, so practice with different types to understand performance variances.
Even if you become hypothermic, you have a high chance of survival if you wear a life jacket. Cold water immersion is an immediate onset emergency, but many people who wore life jackets and were hypothermic made full recovery.
For a person who has suffered hypothermia, obtain professional medical assistance as soon as possible. Utilize emergency communication devices suited to your area. Call for help on VHF Channel 16 or mobile phone 911, or use another means if necessary.
Cold water immersion can be deadly, even on warm, sunny, calm water, blue sky days. Understand the effects of cold water and become familiar with the performance and maintenance of life jackets.
Carry emergency communication and distress signaling devices on your person and wear a life jacket.
It's your best defense against cold water immersion.